This flick right here is for the D-Cyphered book. Took by Jenny Risher. That's my homegirl. She actually pulled up on me. I was at my dog J-Lo crib. Rest in peace. He actually just died in September. Yeah, from a heart attack. That's my guy. That's my big brother. This his car. It's a dunk. Yeah, 28s on this joint. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we was at Loke crib. Jenny pulled up on us and took a bunch of flicks. She just kept saying, pull some money out. You made money for him. You made money for him. You got to pull some cheese out. I only had like 15 grand on me, so I just pulled that out. I would have pulled out more. This was lit. I actually did this like a week before I turned myself in a federal prison in Lisbon, Ohio. I went to Elkton. It was an FCI low. You know what I'm saying? So this, I definitely remember this photo shoot. This one stood out to me because the book came out when I was in prison. They actually did a whole show downtown or whatever. I couldn't make it, obviously, but I sent my wife and my kids and my mother. She was so excited. You know, that was lit. You know what I'm saying? So this means a lot to me right here. I really appreciate Jenny for this. She held it down with this joint. This got all the legends from Detroit in here. You know, Royce 5'9", Kid Vicious, Trick Trick, Cash Doll, Doughboys Cash Out, Team Eastside Peasy, Big Hurt. Rest in peace, Blade Icewood. You know, he the legend. You know, he go by the ruler of the Great Lakes. That's what we call him. He started that whole Detroit wave as far as like the new music, the rapping about the streets and the flashiness and just that real gutter drug talk, that dope talk, you know what I'm saying? So I know that meant a lot to Jenny to get Blade Icewood mother in here. That really count. Yeah, this a legendary book though, man. Anybody from Detroit, this book, they understand this book, man. It's full of legends right here. This book got a big story behind it. What make this book even more special and more dope though, it was in a whole exhibit at the Detroit Institute of Arts, downtown Detroit, Michigan for 6 months. This book going down in history, man. It's legendary right here. I believe I'm gonna be in the next one too, cause we still writing history, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a week after the photo shoot, exactly a week after the photo shoot, I had to turn myself in. My wife, my manager Chanel, my cousin Adrian, and my camera guy Diego, we all drove to Lisbon, Ohio so I could turn myself in Elkton. It was hard, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I actually was ready. I had so much shit going on. It was just so much shit building up until that point. You know, I had been through so much shit back and forth with the government, you know, with losing money, losing businesses. I lost out on the restaurant and I lost out on my car wash for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I lost out on tons of cash, tons of cars. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was actually ready to just get this shit behind me. I knew how long I had an out date. My uncle had just did 20 years in a federal penitentiary. And he just kept telling me I only got 10% of his time. So that's a blessing. I had an out date. So that shit kind of lifted my spirits, just knowing like this the first day of the end. Meaning this the first day I get to put this shit behind me and get out and keep it moving my life and be with my family. So, you know, I was excited. It was still a little hard. You know, shit was different for me. This is my first Fed case, so the whole dynamic of the shit, like, yeah, you could turn yourself in about 90 days. Here's the address. Just be here at 4 o'clock. The shit was just weird. You know what I'm saying? Just like, damn, I'm really driving to jail. Not only am I driving to jail, I'm actually not excited, but you know, I'm ready to fucking drive to jail, bro. The shit was just crazy. It was cold as shit. Then on top of that, I got to that motherfucker early. I walked into prison and dude like, yeah, what's your name? I'm like, Chavez Smith. Like, why are you here? I'm like, shit, it's the day I gotta go to jail. Like, shit, you could have came in at about 5 o'clock. We got there early as fuck, probably like 10 a.m. He like, you can leave out for a minute if you want to. I'm like, nah, I already hugged my wife and kissed her. She already cried. Let's go, let me get it, let's start. You know what I'm saying? So that was it, man. You know, just so blessed to be out that motherfucker. I did 6 months of that shit in a hole. I got caught with a cell phone, and that was the second time I got caught with a cell phone. First time I had dropped 30 for weed and shit. I was just in there bidding, man. I was on Instagram every day, all day, and YouTube and shit. I was just living, man. You know what I'm saying? That when I went to the hole, that's when it actually felt like I was in prison. Before I went to the hole, I didn't feel like I was in jail. A year had by, and that shit felt like 3 months. Especially in there, we eating steak, all type of crazy shit in that motherfucker, man. That shit was wild, so yeah. I only did 18 months in jail, then I did 2 months in the halfway house. The shit got rough though when I went to the hole. I missed my I missed my son's first birthday. I had talked to him for 30 days, him or my wife was just writing him letters. I missed his first birthday. I missed him take his first step. I missed me and my wife's anniversary. I missed my mother's birthday, and I missed my daughter's birthday as well. I didn't talk to anybody at all for about 30 days straight. And I didn't have a celly, so the shit was just like kind of stressful. You know what I'm saying? That's when I felt I was in prison. Yeah, me and Bump was locked up together. I was in FB, he was in FA. Yeah, he had went to the hole too one time, but he had got out. He went to the hole for the same shit I did, I believe. But yeah, we was in there bidding though. Like the prison we was at was laid back. It wasn't drama filled and shit like that. And then like in the federal prison, it's like a hands-off policy. Everything political, you know. You can't just run up and fight a motherfucker. Like, so it's just different, you know. That place was laid back, you know. But yeah, Bump a good dude, man. He was downstairs, I was upstairs in the same unit. He was working out every day, writing raps and shit, same shit I was doing. Going away to federal prison, the big lesson I learned the definition of love. I didn't know what love meant. I thought love was a feeling, but I learned that it's an action. I learned that I didn't love my kids and I didn't love myself. I didn't love my mother and I didn't love my wife. I had no love for them. I thought I did, I felt I did, but that's not what love is. Love is an action. I didn't show it. You know, the shit that I was doing, I wasn't showing that I loved them. You know, so I really understand what love is now. Right now, I know I just started loving my family because the decisions I make and my actions show it. You know, my wife showed me she loved me. My kids, they show me that they love me. They don't say it as much as I said to them. They show me. They loved me before I started loving them. I don't ever want to have to be away from them again, you know what I'm saying? But in the end, though, I can honestly say it was the best thing that ever happened to me.